Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. On this episode, folks, it is the Labor Day weekend. We got 3 days, Jenn and I, up here. We'll probably leave Monday morning, go back home, have a picnic, have Pops over, maybe a friend or two. So Jenn and I got up to the cabin last night around 8 o'clock exactly, and everything was good. We brought up the kayaks. We would like to go kayaking. Maybe I'll take you with us. It's supposed to have thunderstorms though, today and tomorrow. I also want to clean up that top part of the big pine that fell. I want to clean that up, get that out of there. I was thinking about splitting some of the wood, break it down more so it could dry out. And I did buy myself a fire extinguisher. Now the cabin has fire extinguishers, chemical fire extinguishers, but I bought myself a 2.5 gallon pressurized just a water tank. Those things are expensive, but anyway, Vinny was telling me, and I should get one because we always got the fires and stuff, and I have a 5 gallon like bucket for the fire, but it would be nice to have one. The only problem is I would have to take it home when it starts getting cold out because it will freeze. And I do have the chemical fire extinguishers. But that's the plans. I want to take you with us, and hopefully we will be able to go kayaking. And Jenn wants to go to the Garlic Fest. Supposedly this is the biggest garlic fest in the United States. Probably not, but I must say that's what I read. And she wants to go to that. It starts today at 10 o'clock. Hopefully there won't be rain and thunderstorms, but we'll find out. So let's see where this weekend takes us. Jennifer woke me up this morning at 06:30. Saying the driveway alarm just went off. So right away I think, oh shit, what's going on? What it was deer. So Jennifer spent the next 30 minutes staring out all the windows at these 2 deers, and she was on the camera. She didn't want to come out on the porch to spook them off. So they were all in the area over here by my truck, and they were just eating the apples that fell off the crabapple tree and eating whatever they eat, the grass and stuff. And so that kept her entertained for a while I woke my lazy ass up. And then we're cooking and getting ready for the day. So let's go. So Jenn, where are we and where are we heading?
We're in Bennington and we're going to Garlic Town, USA.
So yeah,
it's a garlic festival.
The parking, there is no marked parking. We found parking on this street. Hopefully it says 2-hour parking, so we got to keep that in mind, Jenn. If they chalk our tires, we're going to get a ticket.
Since we're parked in front of the police station.
So yeah, we're on South Street in front of the police station. So we're at the Garlic Fest and Jennifer bought something. What you buy so far?
I want a little cardinal for my dad.
That's for Pops. She bought that for Pops. Alright, so we're at the Garlic Festival. There's a lot, but for $15 a person to come in here, I just spent $30 and I got nothing but a map of the place. One thing I do notice about this Garlic Festival is a lot of unhealthy people. There's some big ones. So here we are, walking around, buying stuff, spending money. Popo is driving around on his bicycle. Everyone looks at me when I take out the camera. They're probably like, there's that guy from Liberty Creek. I do.
With maple cream?
Maple cream fried dough.
Yeah.
Jenn wants to try it.
I never heard of this one.
Never heard of it before. We should try it.
I think we should.
They got some live music over there. Let's try some fried dough. Go ahead, try it. It's hot. Very hot. Looks good.
I can see how the bacon would go with that.
good, very sweet. Not what I was expecting, but let me finish this. It's 11 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time to eat some fried dough with sugar syrup on it. It's 11:21. So Jen and
Did we start?
we started at
11.
11. No, I think it was 10. Yeah, we got up here around 10. So we got up here around 10 o'clock. We're just leaving the Garlic Festival. It's 11:21. We're walking back to our car. It cost us $30 to get in. Jen and I, $15 a piece. We spent $9 on some fried dough. That was tasty.
Yeah,
not
it's
worth.
different.
Yeah,
Maple
it's different. Maple cream, not worth $9. Probably a $6 piece. But everything costs so much more money nowadays. And she bought the little Cardinal for her dad. So that was a very expensive little stop just to spend more money. Oh yeah, she bought some garlic too. Of course, I got a bag right here. But around $60, we'll say. This guy's trying to parallel park, doing a terrible job. So we're back at the truck. It was an adventure. It was something different. Jen wanted to get out of the cabin and do something on our holiday weekend, and we did.
Yeah.
And now we'll go to the flea market, and we will. Yeah, we'll do some other stuff. All right, to the next adventure. Let's go. Bless you. Bless you, sneezing. We just came from the flea market. The flea market was huge. I'm surprised. This is the biggest I've seen all year. And I ended up getting a little pick set because my weed whacker thread keeps getting caught in the brush hog, weed whacker. Ooh, chipmunk. And I forgot my pick set at home. So now Jen and I took a ride over to
Lake Whitingham.
Lake Whitingham. It's on the way to town. It's like 10 minutes from our cabin. And it's beautiful here. We did not go swimming now for about 2 years here. If you go way back in the episodes, you'll find a couple episodes of us swimming. And this is where we like to go because it's beautiful. Yeah. When Jen and I usually come here, we usually go around the bend there, and we swim off where we have to come down steeper. Usually this place is like really hot in this little beach area. Someone left their shoes here or there somewhere.
Is it cold?
It's got to be cold.
Hey,
I'm not
put your hand in.
I'm not trying it.
Put your hand in.
I'll put my hand in it. Got to make her happy, folks. I swam in worse as a kid, but yeah, it's definitely cold. So I just finished cutting the grass. It looks fantastic. Now, it's starting to rain. I got done just in the nick of time. I would like to start splitting some of that wood today. I don't think that's going to happen if the skies open up. Jen was reading a book on the porch when I first started cutting. Then she moved into the screened-in porch and she was reading her book. And then I took a peek in there and she was knocked out. She was sleeping away. So this machine here, Pops gave me. This is one of those, I forget the name of the company, Doctor something or something like that. It's got a Bridge & Stratton engine, very powerful one. It's a great machine. This is probably the most powerful bushwhacking weed whacker available. This thing will demolish anything. What's really neat about it, I'm gonna flip it up and show you, is this is how it works. Now, it's a thick piece of weed whacker string. The problem is, let me show you what the problem with this machine is. The flaw that I have noticed is basically you weave each piece in. You cut off a piece, it goes in, out, in, out. So there should be two pieces coming out here. What ends up happening is sometimes you'll hit stone, you'll hit something hard and it heats up and it'll break off. And it breaks off right to the edge. Now I can't get the string out. So I like it on number 2. I use number 1. I use number 3. I have 3 different levels at this point. None of the other sides are on. They all broke off. So it still works, but it doesn't work as good. I need to get all this out. Now, I'll probably, a couple of these, I could push. It'll bring the string out and I could pull it out. Maybe. But like this one here and this one here, I tried a bunch of stuff and I can't get it out. So what I did, when I went to the flea market, I saw little metal hooks. And I'm going to try to get in there, hook them, and pull them all out, so I could use the machine at the lowest setting and have a full string on. Let's see if we can fix it. Like I said, this thing is an awesome piece of machinery. If you have a large piece of land that gets a lot of things like I get, ferns or just heavy brush, this thing eats right through it. All right, let me take a look here. So these are the mini pick and hook set. Hopefully I don't stab myself. I have some at home, but I forgot to bring them when I was there. It reminded me. So I just bought them. They were $5. They're probably like some cheap little Harbor Freight looking tool. And is this a Connecticut Tools? No, CTT Tools, whatever that means. Anyway, I recommend always putting on gloves before you start handling the weed whacker head. And then I try to avoid getting poison ivy because you could have hit a bunch of poison ivy. The oil's on the head. You go ahead and change it and you start touching your face. Like, hey, I can never stop touching my face when I'm messing with this shit. All right, let's see what we could do here. Let's start with this bottom one. So you can pull them out. Just need this one. Push it in. Maybe get some needle nose. You could grab this, some thin ones, and push it in. That'll force that out. This is going to be a pain in the ass. This wasn't working, moving at all. I moved it low. Trying to stab yourself. But you get the gist of it. I'm going to work on this. I won't bore everyone. That's why I didn't let you watch me cut the grass. I know everyone saw me cut the grass 100 times here. If you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. So it went down to the... So Jen and I stopped down by our pond that's right down the road. And there was quite a few people there already kayaking, canoeing. And the water was really rough because it's like a storm's coming. It was really windy. So we decided tomorrow's not supposed to rain. Probably will. In the morning, we're going to go early in the morning, take a nice kayak. Take our kayaks out early in the morning tomorrow. We decided on doing, and hopefully it'll go good because Jennifer's been dying to get in a kayak for like a year and a half now. And so we will be out on the lake tomorrow and we'll see what happens. But let me work on this and then we'll see what else I could get into. All right, good news. Got them all out. Perfect. Those tools, that's all you needed. You just had to figure out. I was trying to push it from the head and kept just stab it and just push it in. And then I got the hooked it out the center. So if you happen to have one of these or you're interested in getting one of these, so far, I think I had it for about 2 years now and it's been a beast. It cleans up really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put new pieces on and go from there. I got to go hit the front yard because our front yard is a mess. I just hit it with the mower, but there's some ruts and the mower's giving me a hard time. Keep shutting off, pain in the ass. There's too many safety features on that, so every time I hit something and it hits the chute, it's releasing the safety. It thinks the chute is open and it kills the mower. Then I got to clear the chute and push it back in, push the safety. And the wing nut, the housing is broke, so it's not holding the chute like it should. I'll fix it. I'll adjust it. Pain in the ass. All right, starting to rain, so let me get my ass moving. All right, whew, I'm done. All grass is cut. Everything's weed whacked, and I even did the front. Gatorade is warm now. Whew. There's a cigar. I don't have my glasses. What type of cigar is this? But my buddy from work gave me this. He went to Dominica. He bought, I think, a couple boxes. You know, they come in the 10 packs, and I grabbed 2 of them. Flavored, probably like a black and mild. Well, yeah, that's what they taste like. They're good. They're good little cigars. Well, yep. Oh. I don't like a nice sit down, relax, smoke a cigar, let me have a drink, watch the Yankee game. Good night. When my dad was a big cigar smoker, but he smoked those little like cigarette cigars, and he inhaled those. He smoked since he was like 12. Cigars are great because the proper way to smoke a cigar is not to inhale. You put it in your mouth to get some flavor, you blow it out, you relax. And that's how you're supposed to smoke a cigar. I don't recommend anybody start smoking, but I used to smoke. I used to smoke as a kid. I started at about 16 years old, and I didn't quit till I was in my 30s. And it's bad for you. Don't start it. If you got a problem with any type of addiction, nicotine will grab hold of you. And next thing you know, you're smoking for 10 years. The only problem now is, everyone always said this when I was a kid, like, oh, if they go up to $2, I'm quitting. They do this, they do that, they do this. I think they went up to $2.50, maybe $2.50 by the time I quit. And right after I quit, it jumped up to like 5 something. Now they're like 10 something a pack. My view on it is, if you want to smoke a cigarette, smoke a cigarette. I don't like the smell of them. Don't do it near me. I don't want my clothes to smell. That's why I quit. I didn't want to smell like cigarettes. Of course, if you know me, I'm a runner. I've been a runner since I was a young kid. I always ran. And times in my life I was good at it, times I wasn't. For turning 15 next September, I'll be turned 50 years old. And I can outrun probably about 95% of the people my age that I know. There's a couple guys that are really good. My buddy Brian from high school, I don't know if he still is, but that kid's a rabbit. Always was a good runner. But we ran a couple these 5Ks together, and he kills me. But I'm more of a mile and a half guy. I'll maintain, run that mile and a half, and I could beat kids that are 18 years old in mile and a half. So it's amazing, like how like, I don't know what it is. There's too many video games, too much of this crap food. I don't know what it is. I need to shed a couple pounds, but I'm 6 foot tall, and Jen cooks homemade meals. It's a big difference. I talked to my buddies, like, what you eat last night? Oh, McDonald's. I took to grab Wendy's for me and the kids. I got this, I got that. I ate out. I cooked a TV dinner, or you know. And I'm like, what? Oh. And then you'll wonder why all these kids got ADHD and this and that. They're allergic to everything. Everything. I remember when I was a kid, no one was allergic. We had a couple kids that we knew they had they had to take Ritalin or something. They were hyper, and we're like, oh, everyone knew that kid, you know. But there was none of this. Like, everybody's allergic to something. They're allergic to dairy. They're allergic to wheat. They're allergic to air. They're allergic to everything. And it absolutely has to be what we're putting in our bodies. I'm blaming the food. Definitely the food. Everybody's overweight. Everybody is overweight. And again, I believe it's the food, our culture, America. It's like, I just went to that not the flea market, the garlic festival. Oh my God, it was weird to see a skinny person. I mean, I'm talking about skinny. I mean, I'm thin. I'm talking about skinny. Like right now, I should be what? I'm not saying like the body mass index government sheet says I could go up to 205 pounds. That was my weight limit in the Marine Corps. If I went over 205 pounds, I was considered a fat body, and I would have to go on a diet, or I won't be able to get promoted and all that shit. I've never had that problem in the Marine Corps. In the Marine Corps, I was 160 pounds to probably 190 pounds. But now, everybody you look at is just overweight. Not a little bit, a lot. You know what you're putting in your body. That's why most of the time Jen cooks me homemade meals, and a lot of that food you gotta be careful. But she's pretty good with it. But so many people, all they do is eat out. They eat out so much. I don't even know how they can afford it nowadays. I could tell you right now, I honestly can't. This year, I don't think I ate McDonald's at all. Not once. Just sit there. You don't do anything. People don't do anything anymore. They're just glued to their electronics. They're paying someone else to cut their grass. They never leave the house. They go to work. They go home. They watch TV. They go to bed. Hey, what'd you do this weekend? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Didn't do anything. I slept in. I love to sleep. I have a couple friends like that. I'm like, what time did you wake up? 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on a Saturday? I can't wrap my mind around it. I cannot. I can't even do that because I'm so used to waking up at 4:50 every morning. Sleeping into me is like 6 o'clock. And it's my day off. I want to enjoy myself. I want to do things. I don't want to sleep and just lay around in bed. By the time you wake up at 10, 11 o'clock, half of the day's gone. I want to eat breakfast. You're going to have to go right into lunch. And then once that's over, you got to get dressed. You got to get up. You get by 3 o'clock, you're starting to do something. And in a couple hours, you're gearing down to go back to bed. What a waste. What a life. No, thank you. I got shit to do. Right, Jen? Yep. Oh, Jen's making something. Let's go check it out. What are you making up here at the...
Some fried shrimp grease.
Fried shrimp at the cabin?
Air fried.
Air fried. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. Oh, man, you can't make this shit up. It's All right, I'm going to go snack on some of those because, yeah, I worked up appetite. All right, Jenny's done with supper. Let's see what she made me. What? This girl's too much. Oh, boy. I do eat well. Looks delish. All right, time to eat. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Well. It's Sunday morning. Guess what? We're not going home today. More adventures at the cabin. We're going to start off with a little kayaking, hopefully. So it rained all last night. Everything is soaking wet. And it poured around 8 o'clock last night. It was pouring. So I'm going to back my truck up, load up my kayaks. And me and Jen are going to go on down to the local lake and go for a little kayak tour around the lake. I haven't kayaked in 2 years. Hopefully the kayaks work great. My daughter was out with them the other day. So when I get back, I'm planning, if you could see this mess over here. See the tree? I knocked down the tree when I dropped the big pine. It took one of the branches down off of that. Actually, the branch fell. You see this big branch right here? Came right off of there. That was just hanging, but it eventually fell, probably from the wind yesterday. So it's right there. So that's got to be cut up. That's got to be cut up. I did bring up a chain. It's amazing how much, from all that stuff I burnt. Look what happened. It is all gone. That is crazy to me because there was a lot. And it's down to like nothing at all. I think it's less than when I started. So I might start a fire here again. I don't know, to burn up all this. And if I'm really at it, I don't know about this birch. I might leave this birch right now. But this tree, that big tree right there, we want it to go. But that big tree, I'm gonna wait for help. I don't want to make it too big of a mess right here, but I'm gonna wait for some help. And I think I am. I don't think I'm gonna drop any trees today because I don't think I could cut it all up by myself. Maybe this one. This one I might be able to. Yeah, but as you can see, all right here looks a hell of a lot better. See all the little small saplings and stuff inside there. And I might go in there, start cleaning all that up. So when the shed does get right here, I'll have that side will be clear. Nothing growing over there. I hope it don't start raining. All right, so let me go load up my kayaks and have a little fun this weekend. Jen's been wanting to do this for a while. We should be doing it probably every time we come up here and going swimming and having a good time, but there's work to be done. And if you've been a subscriber, I'd rather be doing work. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. Kayaks, check. Jen, check.
You got the keys?
Let's go. All right, folks, so you'll never believe it. Jen and I just returned from kayaking. Look at this. We went out there, we kayaked for like, I don't know, an hour. Jen did very well, very well. I was a little concerned because I say she's still recovering from her surgery, but the surgery was like, I don't know how many months ago. And she's killing it every day at rehab. She's doing great. So she said this was nothing. This was nothing for her. But we took it easy. I got a motion sickness like always, about to puke. But I love kayaking. I wish I didn't have motion sickness, but I do. Try being a Marine with motion sickness. It sucked. I was always sweating or puking when it came around water.
maybe not puking, but I was always sweating and feeling really sick. Anyhow, I forgot my camera. We run around last minute. I thought I had everything. We get to the lake, and I can't find my camera. Jennifer and I did take a couple pictures, and I did put up a short from my phone at the lake. I don't know if you saw that. If you want, go back and look at the videos. Check out the latest short, and it should be us kayaking. It's a beautiful lake. It has the floating islands, and man, how lucky are those folks that have a nice private area on that lake, especially the ones that are pushed way back. They got a beautiful cabin hidden in the shadows of the trees in the front. There are some beautiful, beautiful cabins. And then there's some people that have like nice, like little boat launches themselves, and they have the place where the kids can go take the slide into the lake and the swimming, and it's beautiful. If I ever hit the lotto, I'm definitely getting a spot somewhere, a private on a lake somewhere. And Jen will want a little, probably a place on a beach somewhere. And so we'll have 3 properties we'll jump between. So keep playing that Powerball and dreaming big. All right, folks. So I got to get into doing some other things and go back, check out the short, and I'll post up probably some pictures and things of us kayaking. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you along, but my dumbass left the camera. Oh, they don't have anything. Nice. I don't have the cover here. So you used to have a nut that you had to turn, a big one. We don't have it no more. Now it's hand tightened. So what you want to do is there's a little sleeve. This is the sleeve. I believe that's it. I don't have my flashlight. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. Now you got to fill this up. You fill it right up to the end. I'm going to have to get a flashlight. I'll go inside and fill this up. I'm not sure how I'm going to fill this up. This is just a cylinder. So what we're going to do is fill this up with water. This is rainwater coming from my tanks. Like I said, up here, when it's winter, once it starts getting the temperatures, freezing temperatures up in Vermont, I'm going to have to take it home with me because it will freeze. Then I'll leave it in like our basement or maybe in the closet in my living room because we do have a fireplace. We do make fires. What we're going to do is reinsert there's like 2 famous brand names for fire extinguisher, like the ones that have been around for a long time. Maybe it's the other one that has the nut. I don't remember. But there used to be a nut. You had to have a big ass pair of adjustable pliers to get. You don't want to cross thread this like I'm probably doing. So there's a nipple here, like a tire nipple. So you're gonna go ahead, and that's how you're gonna charge it. You're gonna pressurize the tank. There's going to be a green spot right here. You should have it right there. I don't think it tells how many PSIs. No, maybe it does. 100 PSIs. Alright, so the EcoFlow has no problem filling my compressor, kicking it on. It's amazing because my Honda gas power generator will blow the fuse every time. My my Predator, it does it, but it also gives problems. So I'm gonna fill this up, maybe. All right, folks, I'm gonna test the fire extinguisher now. Basically, it's that easy. That's how you recharge it. Check, make sure it always has a charge. But that's how it should. So if I needed it, and there happened to be a fire, again, be mindful. You don't spray this on a grease fire in the cabin. You know, you would pull the pin. Once you pull that pin, it's ready to go. So you would aim it. You would pick it up, and then you push on top, and you do a sweeping motion. Now, I don't want to use it all, or any more actually. As you can see, it worked very well. You probably used a couple cups of water. So at this point, we're gonna leave it. Plenty of water in there, and I'll pressurize it just a little tiny bit more. We are good to go. Put the pin back in. I put it on this side. It's got a hanger. You can hang it. I have a fire at home. I have a fire extinguisher hanger. I'll bring that next time, hanging on the wall somewhere. And we're good. All right. So, safety, safety, safety. It's always good to have another piece of equipment on hand. This just shoots water, pressurized water, for like a campfire. So now we have campfires going, or we're burning brush or something, we'll have this on standby. I have 2.5 gallons of water just in case something started getting a little out of control. We have this besides a 5-gallon bucket of water as well. We have chemical fire extinguishers also available to us at the cabin, because there's just too many stories. It's good to be prepared, and it is expensive, but you see what you get for it. Fire extinguishers are not cheap, and this one you could use and use and use again if you take care of it. So let me get back to work, and I'll go stow that. You just see me, I think, I don't even know what I just showed you. Whew. I think I started the fire. It was such a pain in the ass to start that fire because everything was wet from yesterday's rain. And I finally went in, got my last super dry pieces I had in the cabin all, spring and summer. And it started the fire. So I got a good fire going now. I'm able to burn. It is burning hot. I have to be careful because, pine burns so hot and I got embers going, but it's not too bad. It's pretty well maintained. Let me just turn around here so you can see. Smoky though. I don't know if today is a green light for a burn day. Probably is because it rains so much, but I don't know. I didn't check, but I'm burning anyway, as I always do. As long as it's pretty safe. I got my 5-gallon bucket of water there, and I have my new 2.5-gallon fire extinguisher in the snack shack. Jen's taking a nap. She was reading her book in the 3-season porch, and then I just peeked in on her. She was taking a nap. She's all pooped out from kayaking, but it doesn't have to be all work for her up here. I want her to enjoy it, but I love this shit. Tomorrow my back's gonna hurt again, probably all week, because it was a lot more pine tree in the woods than I thought. I thought it was just like the top. I was going to drag it out, cut it once, burn it. No, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, not paying attention to last time. So as you can see, I split up I burnt a lot already. I think the camera died a while ago, but I cut up a bunch of branches. I have this stack here. I dragged it out. So I dragged all this out here. This all still has to be cut and burned. I don't know if I'll get to it today. That's why I kept it back there. All right, so we're out of power, but I'll give you a quick shout real quick, see what happens when you do some work. It looks like Jen and I split a bunch of wood, stacked it, and now we're trying to burn the rest of these branches. We'll never get the full thing done today. Okay, it's Labor Day and September 2nd, and Jen and I are packing up to go home, and I believe we're going to have a little picnic once we get back to Connecticut. But we're leaving beautiful sunny Vermont to head home. It looks like my fire pit from last night is kicking up again a little bit. I happened to throw some of the stuff that I think it burnt on top of the hot coals, and I might have to break it back up because I didn't think it would catch, and we're not staying here long enough to see it go up. So that being said, well, the battery's dead, so let me just say thanks for watching. That's the end of this episode. Give me the thumbs up, hit the notification button, and hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. We appreciate everyone watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great week. Peace.